The stimuli, which are from the senses, eyesight and all that, are represented as images in the brain, a sequence of images, which is stored in memory. When you say images, it's a bunch of neurons and their connections. So that's how the brain represents information. Now, this sequence is stored in memory in order to predict an action to achieve the goals. So kasi ano yung next trend, if hindi mo alam tong sequence, you will not be able to predict well, di ba? Pero because you know it, you will have a sense na maybe it's gonna be like this. So that is why a sequence of images is important to make a prediction. Babalik tayo dito sa self-awareness and the concept of self. Where does it come in, right? This sequence needs to have a point of origin. Meaning, saan ba siya nag-start? In space-time. In space, what is the origin point? And then in time, what is the origin point? Just to make it very intuitive. So, let's say your memory is short. For example, this particular segment, the origin point is here. Now, you have this segment, and we know the origin point niya is here. And because we know yung kung saan yung origin point, we can now combine them to make this segment. And then we'll be able to make a prediction from that. The origin point is important. In this case, it's a sequence of images represented in the brain. It has to have a point of origin, but not just in time, but also in space. Kasi spatial tayo eh. We navigate a 3D world with a time dimension. And ang theory ni Antonio Damasio is this point of origin is what the mind creates as the sense of self with the point of origin of the images. And it's created by the mind in order to make sense of the images and the sequence. So let's say this is the XYZ of space. This is the point of origin for the sequence of images. And that's the self. How does it come up with a point of origin? Dito papasok yung theory or the idea ni Antonio Damasio, which is the set of internal stimuli or signal is used by the nervous system to come up with a sense of self. What does it mean? Kasi senses natin, di ba, alam natin external, sense of touch, sense of smell. But actually, the nervous system, so the nervous system, which is the brain and then the nerves and all that, the spinal cord, it also gathers information inside. Let's say, ano yung temperature of this part of the body or that part of the body? What's your heartbeat? What's the blood pressure? And that set of internal stimuli paired with the external stimuli, all of these sensors are used by the brain and the nervous system to come up with a point of origin, which is the sense of self.